and welcome. I'm going to be doing a quick dupes video today. So, I have the Jacklyn Morphe Dark Magic palette. And I'm going to be honest, I was just a little bit disappointed with the quality of the shadows. I've never purchased anything from Morphe before, and my understanding is the Jacklyn Hill collections were supposed to be better to an extent than their regular 35 pan palettes, but I wasn't really all that impressed when it comes to the pigmentation of those shades, especially considering the Dark Magic palette is all dark greens, blues, really rich, punchy colors that you don't see very often in mainstream eyeshadow palettes. The last time I think I've seen this sort of color theme would be ABH's Subculture palette, and we all remember the debacle that was when it came to quality. So recently, within the last couple of weeks, a indie brand that I very much enjoy released their fall collection. This is Igneous Cosmetics. I've done a video on this collection. It's the Cabin by the Lake collection. So it consists of two eyeshadow palettes, Lakeside and Cozy Cabin. Lakeside has a very similar color theme, the same dark greens, dark blues that you find in the Dark Magic palette and in Subculture. So I was curious and decided to swatch some of the shades together between Lakeside and Dark Magic to see if they were in fact dupes, because I know that I'm not the only person who was a little let down by the quality of the new Jacklyn Hill Vault releases. So I did my swatches, and I will insert pictures as we go, but essentially, no. I've not found a wonderful world of dupes for the Dark Magic palette, unfortunately. But if you are a fan of this sort of color theme, if you're looking for more cool-toned, dark shades that you don't see very often in palettes, maybe it would be worth it to you to go ahead and check out Igneous's fall release. So, I mean, looking at the two palettes, you can see how I would get the idea that they might be similar and that they could potentially be dupes. So, the first shades that I compared were Inside Job from the Dark Magic palette and Balsam Fur from the Lakeside palette. They're not exact dupes, but the Igneous shadows are a little bit more vibrant, and they are fairly close. Next up is the shade Busted from the Dark Magic palette and Lake from the Igneous Lakeside palette. Again, Igneous is more vibrant. It's a bit of a lighter blue, but they are the same general color family, theme, story, something. Then for the more olive, lighter green, I compared Potion from Dark Magic to Cedar from the Lakeside palette. These are some of the most different that I swatched. Cedar is much lighter, and Potion is more of a dusty shade. Then I moved over to the Cozy Cabin palette. The Cozy Cabin palette is more of a purple, pumpkin-y, brown fall theme to it. I do not have Bling Boss, I believe is the purple Jacklyn Hill Morphe palette, but if you happen to have that particular palette and you want to pick this one up and do some swatches to let the world know if there are dupes in there, that would be awesome. You should do that. But I compared the shade Mojo from the Dark Magic palette to the shade Log Cabin, and those are almost identical. Of course, you can find, you know, a rich, deep brown in a lot of palettes, so that's not all that surprising. And then the last two shades that I compared were Shh from Dark Magic and Pumpkin Pie Cheesecake. They, similar to Potion and Cedar, just not even close. But that is my comparison. Again, these are not perfect dupes, not by a long shot. Really, the only shades that were virtually identical were Mojo and Log Cabin, but again, you can find a deep, rich brown in just about any palette nowadays, so that is not all that unique. But if you are interested in trying out an indie brand, if you are looking for something a little more vibrant or punchy than what Dark Magic has to offer, or if you just like the colors and feel like it, because indie brands are cool, and also Canada's cool, and for reasons, you should go check out the Igneous Cabin by the Lake collection. I will go ahead and link Igneous, their Instagram and their Etsy down below. I will also leave links to Camille, Pink Baby G. She was instrumental in curating these palettes. I've done a collaboration with her in the past. She is just a wonderful person and so creative, so I will leave her information down below. And that is about it. I hope that this was interesting at the very least and has you thinking about potential dupes in your collection, and that will complete this video. I hope that you have a wonderful day or night depending on when you are watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.